Hello folks, nice to see us all again on this day. I'm just gonna, give me a moment. Just gotta check a couple things real quick. Perfect. Hello. Because that's all good. No worries. As long as you can stay is the good thing. I haven't even done my official announcement quite yet of my introductory stuff. So it's all good. I'm just passing my stream off to where I can. Go. Yeah, in the places. Awesome, cool. Great to see everybody again. It is Monday. I know I'm 2 hours behind of where I wanted to actually start streaming, which is okay. It's okay. I had to work out, and that's why I might seem I'm a little tired because I just got done with the workout. I'm trying to get better, get fit. Get woof. But yeah, so that being said, it's not that I didn't mean to come so late, but we're still gonna do a couple hours, still get a few things done, catch back up. So if this is your first time joining, welcome, obviously. This is Pyre. The previous 3-hour episode is obviously still on my channel, so if you want to check that out and flip through, you can do that. I might break that down into some highlight moments so that people have something they can kind of draw to. But we'll see. It just depends on how this all goes and if I get time for it, Anywho, that being said, I feel like I should raise the camera up just a bit, not a lot, just a little bit, just a wee bit. Let's go. Haha. That did nothing. That did absolutely nothing. That's okay. It's fine. What I can do is maybe. Oh no. We're about where we were last time. Anywho, so I'm gonna dive back in where we last left off. We were just getting ready to continue our journey. We had just added new ally, Sir Glim? Sir Gilm. Let's double check. See what we got on our roster. I need to get better, keeping my memory intact on these things. What do we got? So we still have Headwind, obviously. You got Headwind, Joe Dario, Rookie, Faye, Tizo, Sir Gilman. I was off by just a bit. And that is our squad as it stands right now. We're still yes, such a sweet boy, such a good boy. Yeah, where the fudge are we? God, I'm tired. I'm exhausted. Oh no. Well, obviously we're getting ready for the next fight, so this game will obviously tell me what the hell's going on. Anyways. Alright. Going forward, oh yes, we're going to the nest of Trieste, where we're going for the next set of events, I believe. So we can go to the Black Shore. Oh, right. So Jodariel had found out that there's one route that is going to be a little more stealthy, but the minstrel thinks that it's really no point in trying to hide. They'll just find us anyways. If that's the case, I think we'll go with Jodariel on a different occasion. And I'm starting to trust Lone Minstrel a bit, so let's go with him. Let's see what he says we do. Show yourselves, you frightened little birds. All day long, winged shadows cross the sun. You're being watched. Jodariel is very unhappy about it, though the lone minstrel now attempts to calm her. Perhaps I can communicate with them. Please believe me, madam, when I say your enmity towards the harps had best be held in check here. Harps are a winged race also known as the High Wing Remnant, at war with the Commonwealth. Jodariel looks at him with fury in her eyes, yet he retains his calm demeanor. Soon she grants his request with a silent gesture. Then he calls toward the heavens. Good sisters, we are humble travelers, such as you, and beg your leave. We journeyed by the sea and seek safe passage through the lands. We shall not disturb your hunting or your nest. The request is met with nothing but silence. You search in vain for any indication of acknowledgement. Then, without notice, one of them appears. She swoops the minstrel up and out of sight before Jodariel can respond. Damnation! Wait here! I shall go find him! For a long and terrible moment, you are alone with your panic. Soon, however, the lone minstrel returns amid the sound of flapping wings. He dusts his cloak and calls out toward them. We thank you for your hospitality, good sisters. We shall be on our way. Having seen this, Jodariel returns, sullen. The exiles of the High Wing Remnants are letting you pass for now. It seems they are having some dispute within their ranks and wish no further troubles for the time. It is a warning. One that leaves Jodariel fuming. Oh, fuck. Alright, cool. With everything, there's always the good and the bad. You can never have just nothing but positivity with any choice. At last you arrive at the nest of Trieste when the next rite is soon to commence. You cannot shake the feeling that unseen eyes watched your wagon's ascent and remain watching now. Alright, cool. I don't think we have anything to sell on the slug market, but let's check anyways. Oh, hey guys, what brings you way out here? No, wait, don't tell me. I don't want to know. All I want to do is get the best deals in the downside. Oh, shit. Alright, cool. He showed he always needs some more cookies. Damn. So we can get a dash of Stardust for 15. Oh, fuck. Any adversaries banished by the bear take longer to return. That's not bad. Righteous Flame. After dousing the adversary's Pyre, the bear's Pyre is restored by up to 5. Fuck! I want it. I want all of it. Sky Rock grants her +2 presence while carrying. Okay. Oh boy. None of this shit is valued at anything. No, yeah, there's no point. There's nothing back here. Just not a lot of customers today. Let's go to Black Wagon. Let's see. Let's check with the Beyond Curse, see what we can get done. You have returned. How can I help you, if at all? Let's request of her a scribe trap. Oh, never mind. No one's good enough. Actually, never mind. This- You realize that awkward moment where you've been streaming for about 10 minutes and you've been saying things and no one could hear you? Huh? Oh, you could? Oh. The hell? Well, it's better now. I guess you could hear. Again. Didn't realize it wasn't plugged in. So, yeah, we're good. So then we are back on solid land, or something like it. Then this must be the Black Basin. Flames and noxious fumes on one side, suffocating forest on the other. Lovely, lovely place. So good of you to take me here. You truly would pursue those blasted stars until the farthest corners of this land, it seems. Though I'd better cease my blasphemy, or else the scribes themselves just might descend from upon high and strike me with another much-deserved penalty. The thrill of such transgressions, Rita, sometimes it keeps me going. Not that I have any real choice. Now we had best get back on our normal business, as it were. Cool. Take care of yourself, Rita. Rita. Check the Book of Rights. What do we got? What's new? What's new? What's new? My emperor lay there, bleeding and alone, stranded in a bitter land beyond the river. With fleeting consciousness, he understood the folly of his quest, and the folly of his rule over this country. Thus did he await the last embrace. It was the imp's Haub that nursed him back to health, and warned him often of the dangers he would have to face. Many enemies of Myr would come in search for him, some under employment by the rope callers, some longing openly for cold, uncomplicated vengeance. I was one of them. I plunged into the river willingly. We needed to be sure that he was dead. Okay. Ooh. Getting spicy in here. Can I turn the page? I can turn the page! Nice! Cool. Awesome. There's a button to turn the page, guy. I had a feeling I probably could, but like, who's gonna check? So that's a pony. Unicorn. You and your fellow exiles gather on the blasted lands called the Nest of Triesta, expecting the imminent commencement of the rites. You see no sign of any adversaries, but then you hear a whooshing sound above. This, then, is what passes for the Night Wings now? Such a rabble, not even dressed for the occasion yet. It seems the scribes have little pride in their tradition. Hold your tongue, little bird. We have not come for talk. No, you have come on behalf of your commonwealth. Mark well my words, you horned filth. When at last we free ourselves, your home shall burn. With that, the harp swoops off as Yodario glares at her. From the mountains of obscure Lacona, or they feared. Okay. It is only then that you realize another harp has come. She is quite serious, I assure you. I can help you sort her out. It's in our mutual interest. I'm going to do something real quick, because I can't. Having the headphones on, plus this is just fucking all my audio out. As far as I'm concerned, let's do the... Haha! Take that! You know not of my interest. Alright, cool. Let's give this another shot. Hi, my name is Pamitha Thane. She appears to be one of the winged harps of the Highwing remnants, now bound in exile. The surly one back there, that was my blood sister. No need to judge her harshly, though. We've only met just now, though I must say, something about you reminds me of her. How dare you implicate that I have anything in common with your ilk? Just then, Hedwyn shows up in it to intervene. He whispers something to Yodario.
No, Hedwyn, you cannot be serious. And Jody, I'm asking you to trust me on this one. Am I perhaps interrupting something? Say, by the by, however did you make it all this way across the sea? Didn't see you fly in. Trust is something I am loath to give away, Hedwyn, but you have set our course thus far, and I have followed. So, do as you must. That Sandalwood had better have an explanation for all of this. Jodario storms off as Hedwyn turns to you. What's your take on this one, my friend? Our informant wants someone for each mask. I hadn't expected we'd run into a harp, yet here she is. What are you getting from her? You turn your attention to Pamitha, who has been watching with bemused interest. Ah, a reader are you? Pleasure to make your acquaintance, darling. Well, here I am. Gaze intently all you like and tell your comrade there the truth of it. Why don't you? You sense that she is conflicted about something, though you do not know what. You also sense, however, that her motives here now are earnest. You know, she seems fine. I'm okay with her. You tell Hedwyn that you think the group should take this chance with Pamitha and take her at her word. My thoughts as well. I think and hope Jodario will come around. He then turns to Pamitha. See, I bet you Hedwyn just wants to get his rocks off. I'm Hedwyn. We'll accept your offer on 2 conditions if you'll hear me out. Conditions? Why, sure. I love a good condition or two. First, after we are finished here tonight, you come along and make sure that your blood sister and her friends don't give us any trouble when we're headed out. Second, you'll have to find a way to get along with Jodario, whom you met earlier. Brilliant! I had no plans to stick around here anyways. As for your demon friend, no doubt we'll get on famously. Now, I don't suppose you have an extra set of raiments I could use, because I think the rite is getting started. You look up and see that she is right. That's what I thought. This is why he's probably like pushing for it so much. He's like, the harpies aren't that bad. Yeah, because you want your penis to be touched by a harpy. Probably. Maybe.
Reader, I thought for sure the stars would have eluded you by now. Yet here you are.
Somehow. Upon
the nest of Trieste.
Trieste, I've got the name right. That's 2.
Swelled the ranks of your triumvirate not merely with another, but with 2. One from the Pyre heart, no less. And one who seeks the favor of the adversaries whom you'll imminently face. They are the essence. Winged terrors.
Just for that, I'm probably putting Gilman and Pamitha into the group, and then we'll lead with... I'll have, we'll figure it. From a distance you observe as Pamitha, now clad in Nightwing's raiments, heads towards your adversaries on the right. You, what sort of heathen harp would dare take wings against us? Your new companion then loosens the bindings on her mask. Hello there, Tamitha. Pamitha's blood sister stares back at her a while before responding. What in the saints' names are you doing here with them? Saint Trieste Tithys, 5th of the 8 scribes of the Book of Rites, known as the Disciplined or the Blessed Morn. Gotcha. All right. Doubtless come to dig your talons in my back again. No, sister. I've come to have a word with you. Save it. I cannot help but share your poisoned blood, but I shan't ever count you as my sister. You expect me to believe that you came all this way for talk? You waste your time as ever. What's life if not a waste of time, dear sister? Give me a chance, why don't you? What do you even have to lose anymore? Besides, I've come a long way. Silence! You shan't have come here, and the time for talk is long since past. If only you could see yourself, again, consorting with my enemies. Fine, then, savor their defeat, but I warn you, stay away from me. Pamitha says nothing more as her blood sister turns away again. Pamela, get your attention. Listen to me, reader darling. The rest of you are ill-equipped to navigate this place. Let me conduct this rite on your behalf, and my wings will bring you victory. Dear lady, your words ring true. This knight is flattered that you have not eaten him, as is the tendency among your kind. This knight hereby volunteers his post in the triumvirate for thee. Sir Gilman refuses to participate in the rites this night so that Pamela can face her sister. You observe the treacherous terrain. Pamela should be better suited to the rites here than the rest of you.
Now
So
let us begin.
Oh, is it just her? Alright, let's go. Fuck it. Let's equip the Thorn Knot. And something's gonna have to go there. Fuck it, we'll boost it too. Why, I thought you never asked there, darling. I accept. If the little bird is going to conduct the rites for us, then I shall not. Okay, so these two are both out. If that's the case, we need flyers and jumpers, so let's go with Faye.
Faye.
Faye's got some solid leaps. Why don't we all have wings? I want to have wings too. And then let's get. Let's have Tizo do some stuff.
Tizo.
Tizo promises to be his best against Tamitha and the Essence. Alright, cool. It's a weird squad. Come then, sister. Perhaps when we are finished here, you'll spare a moment of your time. I shan't be tricked by you again, Pamitha. How poetic that we meet here in the downside. I can think of nowhere else where I would rather see you rot for what you did to our people and to me. I wonder if this is... Pamitha actually might be the same one from Headwind. No. Hello there, reader, darling. If I'm to be at your mercy in all this, I'd like it very much if you could minimize how often I'm to wallow in a state of banishment. Quickly, let me show you what we sisters of the High-Wing Remnants can do.
Reader, you put yourself amidst a feud between two sisters? That seems entirely unwise. Even for you. Tread lightly around that exiled Pamitha. Her kind's all but forgotten Saint Triesta's grace.
Okay. Nice. See, darling, we harps were not so bad. Now I suppose we'd better get to work. Just don't go underestimating Tamitha over there. I trust she'll do the best you can. To the sky, sisters. Talon formation.
One careless step. Your adversary's Pyre is the first
Alright,
to
hitting out the
falter.
gates. Let's go.
No. A banishment. Magnificent.
Woo! Tizo, was it? Tell me something. You know how to fly. Tizo is rather proud of his ability to flutter, as a matter of fact. Then listen up. My blood sister there, she'll swoop right past you if you're careless, but we harps simply cannot get much altitude down here. So, if she goes for any unfair tricks, just jump for it and catch her in the act. She always hated when I used to do that to her. Grind them into the... Yes!
Good. Glory to the scribes.
I guess we didn't have to block shit because they couldn't get it.
Alas, for fame.
Oh no!
Beneath contempt.
They're kind of garbage. Oh, okay.
Simply abhorrent. Such is the fury of the high-winged remnants. Tread lightly. Oh. Glory. The orb is up. Absolution.
All right, one more hit. Damn you, Pamitha! You are not true Thane. You are not true. You are no true Thane. A feared clan of the High. Oh, there you go. That's it. To think that you have the gall to call me sister still after everything you wrought upon us. I hate to break it to you, Tamitha, but I don't think my actions, however much they hurt you, had any effect on our familial status. Look, I know I wronged you. That's why I'm here. You don't know my side of the story. Your side of the story? If I wanted to hear more lies and deceptions, I ought to have asked the Commonwealth to stay my sentence for a while. Well, if y'all come all this way to face me, Pamitha, then come and do it! You and me! You think that you see Pamitha shake her head. Everyone, stay back.
What is it those two think they're doing? The rights are not the place to settle petty scores. Oh, boo. Pamitha, be gone.
Oh, okay. Just gonna do this then? You can't get through there!
So Tamitha's the better sister then. Let us continue in the customary way. Tamitha
What the fuck? Wait, hold on.
Too slow there, Pamitha. Careless. Oof.
And you're up.
Oh. Somebody get the orb. Ah.
Gotcha!
It is done.
Oh, fuck, that was close.
Do you know who prevailed?
Getting frustrated.
It was the will of the 8 scribes which kept their flame alive.
'Twas the will of the 8 scribes.
The ceremony is complete.
Your Commonwealth filth. Only through that traitor's help could you have beaten us. You postpone the coming of our liberty, but we are ever patient, and our sister on the other side shall have their day, with or without my aid. Tamitha, wait, please. You found good company there, Pamitha. May you wither here with them. I hope sincerely we shan't ever meet again. Pamitha stands motionless as her blood sister departs. Oh, your wings, they're very beautiful, and congratulations on prevailing in the right. I think we're heading back now, by the way, so won't you come along? Sure. I don't see why not. I don't know why I tilt my chin whenever I go for a
The
voice.
8 scribes bless us with their ways.
Okay. Nice!
Tizo appears to have a certain depth of knowledge.
Tizo just had a flash of inspiration about his role in the Rights and as part of the Nightwings. I like this banished ability. He's been like getting kicked. So close.
Until the next right.
After triumphing over the essence rather soundly, you and the others return to your wagon to consider your next move and how best to integrate Pamitha into the group. Don't worry, I won't be staying any longer than it takes. I like my air fresh so I can sleep up on the roof. I trust the Rights will cause my path and Tamitha's to cross again before long. You're welcome with us for now, Pamitha. Trust is what got us here. Isn't that right, Rookie? But Rookie does not seem to hear the question. He has been rather quiet since first encountering your new guest. Pamitha shoots him one of her smiles. He stammers something about having to check the wagon wheels again. He runs off. During this discussion, the minstrel pulls you aside. Rita, I ask a moment of your time outside. There is somewhere I may ask we go, here in Black Basin, Rita. By your leave, of course, and provided that the stars allow it, would you look upon them for us, please? Let us check the stars. Oh, clearly we go west. To Lu, the vernal star. The glade of Lu, directly due west. Then it is just as my client indicated. Excuse me. And this client of yours, our informant, Sandalwood, he entrusted us with this wagon, this quest. Why? What does he want from us? You may ask him yourself. He awaits us, somewhere in Wakingwood, due west. And how do we find him? He shall find us. It seems you are soon to finally meet Sandalwood. At dawn, you shall have to cross a single narrow path leading west, where he supposedly waits. Ooh, we get to meet Sandalwood. What the fuck? Bet you it's Harpy. Ooh, what's this? Pamitha's moonshine, kept close at hand and off chance of a good occasion. They're ready to battle. How do they drink? Like, where are her arms? Can I just keep drinking it? It just does that? Okay, so it's not gonna get his attention here. You approach Pamitha, who has kept to herself since she joined your small band. You sense she is unaware of you as she preens her flight feathers, but then she speaks up. Always. Except for you do so. Come to check up on me, Rita, darling? In those first moments when we met, that vote of confidence in me which you relayed to the nice headwind boy, I'm grateful you were willing to see past these wings. One of your kind's ancient enemies just happens to insert herself into your group, and you just go with it? However, I assure you that my motives here are plain. You'll see. I've business with my blood sister Tamitha, and nothing more. You briefly met, I think. She's quite a catch. As to the little quibble between us, well, it's a long story, all in all. One that's, frankly, no one's business but hers and mine. Surely we'll run into her again. Maybe not soon, but in time, and we have the rest of our long lives to wait. Anyway, happy to aid you in your quest until such time, especially into the extent that it aids me in mine. A simple exchange. Until then, stay vigilant, darling. You needn't concern yourself with making small talk with someone like me. And besides, we harps have a saying, liars abound. She swoops away before you can respond. Okay. Oh! Off to the sulfur mines. The wagon has hit a snag. Descending the black crags, its wheel is stuck. Jodariel is not pleased. First that blasted little bird, now this. Though you lack Jodariel's raw strength, you join in as she attempts to dislodge the wagon. At last, with a roar and a heave, she forces the wagon back onto solid ground. May this sandalwood be worth all of the hassle. Thank you, Jody. I'm guessing sandalwood doesn't like to be kept waiting. He is very patient, on the contrary. Not I. Let us move on. Soon the wagon is prepared to press onward, down the jagged slopes toward Wakingwood. Your companions now who explored ahead advise on which of the fort paths is best. Okay, so we've got Flamberg. Lands on the northern plateau over Wakingwood, pocked with seething fissures. Sir Gilman claims he can dig up something valuable here, and in, you know what, let's have Flamberg. We need some valuable shit. We need to sell stuff. Like, that's what we're missing right now. Sir Gilman is relieved at your decision to take the flatter of the two paths down the Black Crags, though nonetheless seems rather shaken by the steep trip down. This knight likes these heights! For shame, Master Rita. You must take this knight for a common craven coward. He buries his head in the soil. When at last you coax him back up, you see that he has an item of some sort. Ha ha! This knight did have you fooled there, did he not? He explains how finding the item was his plan all along. A porous crystal. Nice, 70. Alright, cool. We're going to start saving up. There's some good shit we're going to start saving up for. And I don't get anything from these rights, so we need any way to make money. Having passed beyond the Black Crags, your wagon arrived at the edge of Wakingwood. It is here that Sandalwood is to be expecting you, however. Most puzzling. He ought to have met us here. You said he would find us himself. Aye. He has to find us at the edge of these woods. We supposed to keep waiting for him? He will desire for the stars to be your guide as always. The rights beckon and the rights take precedence above all else. Surely he shall find us yet. Then let's keep moving. How do we get through these woods? The lone minstrel notes two possible paths forward from this point, though cautions that the woods are difficult to navigate, and Sandalwood would have known the most expedient path. Okay, so we can go through Needlefield. Contains the greatest. Where he once resided could be the closest thing, but I feel like he studies the rights more. Let's take Needlefield. Or Needlefeld, sorry. Sandalwood is a master in the rights, or used to be at least. Then, well, it is not my place to say. Doubtless he shall tell you in due time. Now, if only we could find him. He used to mentor his own companions in the rights, not far from here. However, you find no trace of the informant anywhere nearby, and without his guidance, you remain quite lost in the wood. The wood seems to have encroached. There is no path forward, while neither of the paths leading backwards appear to match the route you took to this point. Alright, lost again. Ashen Ground of Fates seems drawn to this location for some reason, and... You know, we didn't take Tiza last time. Let's go with Tiza. Let's go to Underthicket. Normally Faye's a bit more right, but I want to make sure everyone gets their fair share. The woods are so disorienting at this point that you decide to break for camp and survey the surroundings for any clues. Perhaps later there shall be a time to pursue your vocations. Investigate the surroundings. Oh! The Beyond Crystal. We have Jodariel. Yes. I sense my lovely reader has returned. Then, how may I assist you? Scribe trial. Of course, reader. You need but think on who shall be the subject of my trial, and we shall go from there. No. You asked Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Jodario. That surly demon, is it? She cannot stand to lighten up, though I fear that it is not secret I can teach. But let's bring her forth regardless. Soon Jodario appears in heat of her summons. What is the meaning of this, reader? What is the meaning of this, reader? Where are the others? The apparition Sandra appears and loosens her mask. Welcome to my humble home, demon. You are good at taking orders, no? State your purpose quickly, Wraith. My purpose is to put you to the test. You may be fearsome to behold, but you are old and slow. Your weakness perhaps outweigh your strengths, though I sorely wish to see you and your lovely reader prove me wrong. Old, she says. Very well then, reader. Let us show her whether she is right. Wait, hold on. Wait. Okay. Cool. That's fine. Uno más. Let's go. Wait, hold on. What the fuck? Alright, we have a problem. Okay. Okay, so now we know that Jodario actually has good. If you want to move her quickly, she's got to jump. Are you satisfied now, Wraith? I am never satisfied, demon. However, your performance was sufficient, and you passed my test. Thus, congratulations are in order to you and to your lovely reader. Now, farewell. That was a strange experience. What do you have there, reader? Solium's horn. Ah, Jodario casts her aura farther and faster than usual. Yes! Let's go. She can swap out. Give her that. The fuck is this? Oh, it's that porous crystal. Gotcha. You find nothing of interest while sifting through the tall brush of the underthicket, but then... What is it, Tiso? Skrull! Tiso seems to have found a clue to the whereabouts of the lone minstrel's client. Aha! The little imp brings you a strip of bark. It does not seem unusual at first until you notice a message carved on the inside. It means nothing. It means something. So it's some kind of message from the Sandalwood guy? Seems that way. Which way to Cinderroot? A hushed clearing south of Glade of Loom. It is due northwest. Perhaps we can forth early tomorrow, when the woods are still. Sounds good. Everyone rest up. Big day coming up. Alright. So we've done some mint. We've studied in private. We've foraged for resources. Let's do some more foraging. Actually, you know what? Mint. The more they level up, the better. Okay. Let us be wasting it with Gilman or them, because I can just put them in the next right together and they'll get it. Me? Oh, of course. Please tell me something. I don't know. For there's lots of it. You sit down with Faye to get over some of the subtle aspects of the rites, such as the state of the banishment and how to return from it. You sense to the beginning. Oh, there we go. The 8 scribes. They so inspire me, and now I feel that I've grown somehow closer to them, maybe. Cool. Let's go. Let's get that slowdown. The more I think on it, I think that I don't like being banished very much. Okay, so our health goes up, I guess. Cinderroot it is. You arrive on the outskirts of Cinderroot, but once again, the informant in Sandalwood is nowhere to be found. You sense the hopes of your companions waning as you search through the area yields nothing. Then something startles a little Mtizo. He seems to be crying out in surprise. He has spotted something or someone. A tall figure strides forward from the trees, making a sound of laughter. Then charges towards him and leaps right into the figure's arms. They embrace. Hail, Tizo. But you look famished. Here. The tall tree-like creatures known for their ingenuity, cleverness, and ambition, produce something that the imp swallows immediately and with great pleasure. The lone minstrel nods his head in affirmation. Everyone, I wish to introduce you to my client, Wolfred Sandalwood. He is the lone minstrel's client, Hedwin's informant, and the leader of the Nightwings. It has been too long, Wolfred, sir. Too long indeed, Tariq. I trust your new companions bring some color to your days. The day they do, sir, I think that you shall find them worthy of the Nightwings. The sap looks upon a lot of you. You cannot sense his thoughts. We shall see. Then he turns to you. You must be the leader. I'm certain that we all appreciate your efforts here, my boy, though we shall manage on our own from here on out. You're welcome to continue on with us, of course, though you are free to go. I trust you have been adequately compensated for your time. Thanks as well for looking after all of my books. You consider what to say to all this. Hold on. You can't just walk in, having been gone for all this time, and then just expect me to just leave this bitch. These are my people. True that, I'm staying. Stand your ground, meaning Wolfred's steady gaze, and assert to him that you do not feel your commitments to and from this group have yet been satisfied. Hold on. Wolfred, sir, I'm Hedwin. My companions and I are the ones who answered your call. We follow the signs you left for us. Now we're here thanks to you and also to this reader. Seriously though, right? Here you go. I got your stuff. Here, you're done now. Bye. Not just the reader. He is our friend. My friend. He's not disposable. We made him a promise, and our freedoms are now intertwined. Wolfred smirks at this. Freedom's not something to be traded or exchanged, my boy. I'd hoped that you'd have come to grasp this much by now. He breathes a sigh. It seems we have started off on the wrong foot. It's not my wish to sour the occasion, for there's much to do. You have a right you need to get to, do you not? I'll come along, though, shall not interfere. For it seems you have a kinship with this reader of yours. Now then, Tariq, I have offered said. Come, let's have a chat. Of course, sir. Volford strides toward the black wagon, which must have belonged to him. You sense many conflicting emotions among your companions. Volford Sandoval has joined. He knows much of the rights. He is welcomed. He ain't no reader, though. He can't read the book of the rights like I can, ya boy. Swag. Your wagon cuts through a clearing to arrive at the glade of Lu, where the stars directed you. Volford nods his approval, but leaves everyone unto their devices. Alright, so we actually have stuff to seal. It's weird. I don't know how big that fucking caravan is. It's got to be bigger, much bigger on the inside. Oh, hey guys, you know, I guess I didn't get the word out, but now the new franchise, which we opened here just now. So, give you a great deal, just tell your friends, okay? Oh, and hey there, Mr. Sandalwood. Good day to you as well, Ron. Alright, so we get some more Stardust. I want this righteous flame real fucking bad. You know what? We'll just sell. You guys take care, okay? And thanks for doing business. Alright, Sandal Boy. Actually, first, I have some shit to look at. Want to read this first. Emperor Mur. Scarcely could I recognize him when at last I found him. A half-starved animal, horns sprouted from his head, a bestial mirror of his blackened reputation. And I, a man who conquered countries, feared my emperor then in such a way as I had never known. My charge had been to slay this man, but when I discovered him, he was already fighting for his life. The little imp, Haub, proved of little help against the sisters of the Ark, I'm guessing, whose entire lives were culminating in this instant. I was unable to watch. My heart ached with such pity for the man, and for the love I felt for him when I had served him, that I sprang to his defense. Ah. Now you, listen here, sir. I won't have it. Won't stand for it, not at all. As you approach Volford Sandalwood, you feel very much aware that you reside within his black wagon, rather than he in yours. He studies you in silence for a time, then... Tariq, if you have a moment. I, Volford, sir. What is it? This reader. You deem him worthy by your estimation? The lone minstrel tilts his head in your direction. If you wish my own estimation, Volford, sir, then I do. Of course, it is not entirely for me to say, but I have seen this reader integrating with the others well. I believe that his achievements are self-evident in having reached the Black Basin. Your instructions were deliberately difficult to follow, yet he and the others followed them. Indeed. Your words make sense as ever, Tariq. And what does little Tizo think of him, I wonder? Tizo indicates that, as a matter of fact, he is happy to have you around. Super fucking there you have it, sir. I see. He continues to examine you. High praise isn't often off-spoke by those two, my boy. Nonetheless, I shall be watching you. Now pardon us, Tariq. I have matters to discuss. They leave without another word, although you think you notice the lone man shall look your way over his shoulder. Man. Damn. Did he leave some of his own shit this time? So you find yourself, like, the game starts when you find yourself out in the, like, the deserts of the Commonwealth, or way outside the deserts of the, this isn't the Commonwealth, of the Underside, and, Ruki, Jodariel, and Hedwin, happen to also be be passing by, and then they pick you up. That's more or less how it happens. Okay. Alright, let's go. Let us commence the race! Oh, fuck, god Damn. Like, my body hurts from the workout still. Like, my arms are just tight. And now look to you and your fellow exiles arrive at the sacred site called the Glade of Lu, and now look to the stars in the sky to signal the beginning of the next rite. The woods about you bring a sense of tranquility you have not felt in some time, but then you notice one of the trees move. It shuffles towards you and regards you with an exaggerated bow.
Well, the goodness, by the rights of Lu Sklorian, it would appear the rumors are correct. The Nightwings have returned.
Lu Sklorian of 100 miles. They are the 8 scribes of the Book of Rites, known as the Wise or the Philosopher.
Oh, but where are my manners? One moment.
The sap claws at his mask with his wispy fingers.
Much better. Manly tender stuff at your service. Perhaps you've heard of me.
As he is a sycophant who seems certain he will land a position of high standing once he's free.
My fellows and I, and myself, you perhaps know us as the Chastity. We soon shall stand against you in the rites. For now, I am just whiling away the time, making small talk. Now then, as I have introduced myself, your turns. To whom am I speaking?
Jojo. Then in your mind's eye you see Wolfred and hear his voice. Suddenly you got serious as fuck.
Manly tender stuff is not to be trusted. Reveal neither yourselves to him nor me. Well?
Beneath their master, Dario stares back at him in silence. You suspect Wolfred's message may have reached every member of the group.
Why, now, how very rude indeed. Well, fine. Ignore me, but you do as you see at your own peril. Anyhow, once this evening's rites commence, any moment now, then I'm afraid ignoring me won't be an option any longer. Oh, and now I do believe the sky is beginning to show. We'll have to chat again some other time. Now, come along, come along.
Manly bows again and wanders off into a clearing as the stars begin to burn.
Once again, the stars align themselves.
Alright, let's see how the narrator feels this time.
And here now at the Glade of Liu, I have to
What
say,
I is in there?
you've come so very
Of
far.
Liu. It's an
There
L and a
are
U.
those, such as your adversaries called the Chastity,
Shit.
who have toiled for this too.
I ain't forgetting nobody anytime
They
soon.
know that with their freedom comes great opportunity.
Great opportunity.
It could be yours instead. Please show the Chastity that the Nightwings are superior.
Oh, I wonder, oh honored Nightwings, how well you know these woods. Why, these woods would strangle you, and I'm afraid I could do little to stop them, even if I tried. You might do better to beware of them.
When Jodario continues to ignore him, he grows upset.
Why, you insolent! Then fine, let us begin the dance indeed.
He shoves his mask back on in a huff.
And allow me to thank you in advance for helping me return unto my proper station in the Commonwealth.
Oh, shit.
Who shall strive for freedom?
Alright, so we're gonna send out, for sure, we're sending Jodario. She just learned some shit. She feels better now. She's all, like, improved and whatnot. Actually, fuck it, no. Send Headwind. Headwind for sure has got to leave the pack. Could send... Ricky's got some time. Jody's got some time. So Gilman, the teaser's leveled up. Gilman and Pamathax that we'll send them. Oh shit, I forgot. You need to do a talisman, sir. Take that.
Sir Gilman.
And we'll send you.
Pamatha. It is done.
You can count on me, Rita, darling.
Are you quite ready finally, O Nightwings? May all those masks of yours ensure no harm should come to any of your lovely countenances. Now come along, let's give the stars a show. May I present you, Humboldt Manley Jr.? Why, he is every bit my equal, and is poised to guarantee the tender stuff lines shall have a bright future. Humboldt Manley Jr. is Manley 7, which not only has a name, but bears a similar posture and lightens to him. Okay. He goes on and on about a sapling for a while. We've got to shut him up already. This knight now as ever is in full accord with you on this good headwind. Now, isn't he just the more precious thing you've ever seen?
Hey, look, man, he ain't no Groot, little Groot. He ain't no baby Groot. The sapling is nothing but an extension of Manly. If he is banished, the sapling should cease to trouble you as well.
Manly and his offspring hold no small degree of influence within the Commonwealth.
Oh, wait, what the fuck?
There are many who would welcome his return, though none so much as he himself. The Night Wings are the first to strike.
Fuck you. I'm striking now.
Oh ho, what's this? It seems the woods themselves are closing in upon our little soiree. Oh, do be careful now. These grasping roots and vines, they may not hold you in such high esteem as I.
Oh shit, things got real.
Your adversary Manly is
Shit.
glade. Yet he longs now for the comfort of his Commonwealth estate. Perhaps such wealth ought to be reserved.
Excuse me.
Tis taken. Headlong goes Sir Gilman into flames.
Sir Gilman's the best.
Oh dear, the woods are closing in. Uncomfortably close at that. Whatever shall we do? Perhaps if you just stand aside a while, we could put an end to this that much sooner.
Okay, so we're just gonna keep like... Jesus fuck.
No mercy shown. Quite foul for the Night Wings.
Ah, damn!
Fortunate. Both pyres now burn with the same strength. Someone
fuck.
grasp the orb. Yes. Bask in the purified flame.
Oh, say, have any of you noticed how it's feeling rather crowded out here? Almost as if the 100 Minds himself resents you being here. Yes, I rather think that's it. So cease with all your scurrying about with that damned orb and let me handle this.
Fuck.
Now go.
Wait, hold on. Oh, shit.
Now then.
Oh, come on.
Well cast. Brilliantly done.
Come on, come on.
All right, now, you Night Wings, I'd love to hear with you. Or perhaps I've simply had enough to hear with all these encroaching plants, these miserable things.
I love how just about every battle, our NA has its own narrator has its own unique word, even if they simple like, oh yeah, like seriously though.
Either way, I don't appreciate how you're ignoring me.
Never fucking speak to him. Don't fucking say a word. Let's go. Oh fuck! I can't fly that far.
All three Nightwings, poof. That ought to wake you up. You left yourselves wide open.
I was there.
The two triumvirates are neck and neck. With grace. Now end the ceremony. And it is done. Fine, yes, the Nightwings did prevail. The scribes themselves surely have taken note. The rite is done.
We did it. One step closer, everyone. That ought to wipe that smug look off that sap's face.
Well, my. We're not, oh Nightwings. I'm not angry with you, honestly. But I am very, very, very disappointed. I thought perhaps that we had something going here between us. You scratch my back, I scratch yours and all. Instead, however, you decide to spit in my face. Fine. We'll have to see where all your rudeness gets you. Now, ta-ta.
Always is there greater knowledge to be gained.
I used to think the scribes were just stuff of stories. But all of this really is their doing, isn't it?
Desperate for honor, this
Huzzah! Great wisdom clouds over the knight's entire consciousness!
the might of the sea sojourner. The exiled Pamatha perhaps can learn the essence
Well,
of
Tamitha,
mankind.
soon I'll be catching up with you with this, whether or not you like it.
The holy power of the eldest matriarch. Until the stars align.
That is well done, my boy. I am beginning to see why your companions vouched for you. Don't let it get to your head, of course.
We close our eyes, and the world comes to math. We close our eyes. I don't know why that song came to mind. Kayla's over there again. She's being mildly quiet. You might have heard her, but she's being mildly quiet. That's all you got? Alright. After besting the chastity with aplomb, you return to your wagon to consider your next move.
An adequate performance back there.
Adequate?
Yes, adequate. For the next part of our plan. Go, have your reader there consult the stars. See where they take you next. I'll give you a hint. It's further north. It's going to be high up.
Did this night hear you say, high up?
And it's going to be cold.
We'll see. Come on, my friend. Let's have a look outside then. That plan Volfred mentioned. I just want you to know, I don't know what he means. We're here because we're going to be free again. We won't be living out our days as exiles. That's the only plan as far as I'm concerned. But there's always a catch, right? We'll see what Volfred has to say. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. No matter what, we're getting closer thanks to you. Could you pour me some water with ice? If you don't want to, I can do it myself. I can do it. I can. It's not that big a deal. I just asked since you were up. Okay. Okay. My bad. So now you see it for yourself. You are summoned to the north where looms Mount Alodil. At the very top, the Fall of Solium. Sacred mountain, on those summits the rites were first conceived, and according to the stars in the first air Fall of Solium. Volfred, sir, how did you know? Volfred smiles back at him, but you sense his thoughts as though he is directing them to you.
I read, my boy.
Oh shit! It's the first time it was actually like said exactly what they said.
Forbidden though the words may be.
Your reader's skills, while rare, are not unique. But as I said, I'll let him do the job. I see that you have something special going here, which benefits the plan.
What plan? I thought this was about our freedom.
Oh, fear not, my boy. It is indeed. Plenty of time to tell you all about it on the way. For now, however, you look like you can use some rest. And for that matter, so can I. If you'll excuse me.
Since your companions are exhausted from their recent travels, given the road ahead, you agree it would be best to take the night to recover as much as possible. At dawn, Volfred is already up. He reveals to you a pathway through the woods into the cold lands to the north, beyond which lies your next destination. You get clear of the woods at last and arrive in lands grown cold in the shadow of Mount Alodiel. You'll have to make it all the way up to the top. In a moment of respite, Volfred calls everyone together to discuss matters pertaining to the rites and the plan to which he alluded.
You banded together with a common faith of freedom, with a common faith that freedom from the downside is not impossible. Am I correct? But let me ask you something. What does freedom even mean to you?
He looks in your direction as he asks, defying you to answer. You cannot sense his own thoughts on the subject and only know the truth of how you feel. Freedom to me means... Oh, shit. Doing what you want is like an obvious fucking thing. Like, yeah, if I do what I want, that means I'm free, but that's not really like true freedom. Inner peace is like a good philosophical answer. Like, then you're not bound to anything in particular. Having no master is a good one. Like, having no one to tell you what to do is also free. That's kind of how I see freedom. Going where you please, it seems to lie inside with like doing what you want. To feel true love, I don't know if that's freedom. That's like an aspect of something. Living without fear feels also like a freedom choice. I think mine's kind of be between like achieving inner peace, living without fear, and having no master. Let's say living without fear. If I live without fear, I feel like the most free, probably. You tell Volfred that freedom means living without fear and not being subject to persecution or retaliation for one's thoughts and choices. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. He considers your remarks for a short while.
Good answer, my boy. I happen to agree. Fear takes hold in freedom's wake. But fear is a natural impulse, is it not? A common feeling we all share from time to time. A deeply rooted impulse there to aid our judgment and spur us on to the acts of courage.
If not for fear, I doubt we could accomplish very much in life. And just now we stand upon the brink of accomplishing something vital. He then turns attention to the whole group. Thank you. Much appreciated. Water. You gotta stay hydrated during these long sessions. Now, let me tell you all what freedom means to me. Freedom means to live life without fear, just as your reader stated. To be able to indulge one's curiosities and passions, at least the ones that cause no harm to others, without the constant threat of judgment and reprisal. Freedom means not being made a criminal for what you know, or whom you love, or what you choose to think or not think. He looks out towards the distant mountains. Within the next few days, your time in exile could come to an end. You could see the Commonwealth once more, and you will be exalted there, given the highest honor, the opposite of how you got here. But you would not be truly free, I think. At the least, you would become complicit to an ancient system that would deign to cast down others such as you. It is a system whose well-intentioned founding principles have long been lost, and the 8 scribes, if they are out there still, have made quite clear they shall not intervene firsthand. That is where you come in. He turns to you and everyone again, looking to each of you. Long have I wished to gather such a group, that together you might see that seeking freedom only for yourselves is too modest of a goal. You share a higher calling now. The plan then is this. We free each other from the downside through the rights, then we meet up on the other side. We organize. Each new moon at dusk, we join together at the Spiral Sanctum. We need as many of us there as possible. My agents on the other side shall explain the rest. The burned down remains of the old capital of the Commonwealth. Okay. You're plotting a revolt. And just so, I am asking a lot. You do have other options. Deceit, however, is not one of them. The reader and myself, you know by now that we can see through it. But you need not be a part of this, nor is it in my interest to coerce you. You may go your own way if you wish. Live out your remaining days here, like so many others. So if anyone among you prefers that, if you cannot see yourself continuing to strive together in the Commonwealth, as you are doing here, then speak now. Wolford pauses for a time, examining each member of the group. No one stirs. This is dope. Very good. Some of you consider yourselves friends, some others not. But all of you are bound together through the rights, and are integral to our plan. Remember that. You seek true freedom. You will not find it. You seek true freedom. You will not find it waiting for you in the Commonwealth. But together you can bring it about, both for yourselves and others. That is my promise. And let's have a long breath. And that's it. I ask you all to think on this, and let's reconvene along our journey to the summit. Wolf returns toward the mountain, leaving me to consider what he said and plot the wagon's northward path. Well, there's only one path to take. Woo! So as allies, we all don't leave at once. We obviously go. So this game is even longer than fucking this. Beyond lies Mount Alodial. I suggest we make camp here at the base of the mountain, for we shall need our spirits and our strengths to make the ascent. Alright, Hedwin. Let's see what you got. What brings you to me this time, my dear reader? Scribe trial. Not a problem. Simply indicate who is to be my student for the time. Right? Like, seriously. It's just there. It's just there. You asked Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Hedwin. Oh, you must mean that nomad boy. So innocent, that one. I should have a lot of work to do with him. Then let us bring him forth. Soon Hedwin appears in heat of the summons. Hey, my friend. What's going on? Tisantina. Hey, my friend. Apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, boy. You answer to me here. Understood. You are a fool. Do not talk back to me. Your reliance on your friends is such a burden upon them. Let us see what you can do without their aid, save for that of your lovely reader here. Damn. God damn it! I just want to get a point. Fucking. Oh no! It's just back and forth. I just want to get a point. Oh, shit. You know, I shit rock right now. We did it. It seems you did indeed, boy. Your performance was sufficient and you passed my test. Thus, congratulations are in order to you and to your lovely reader. Now, farewell. Your journey begins. Good to be back after all that. Say, what's that you have there? Oh my god, that is gold. That is fucking... Oh, swap. Let's go. Alright, you sell for 60, sell for 10, and that sells for 50. Alright, cool. Let's... Let's hold on to that.
There you are, my boy. There was something which I wanted to discuss with you in private.
Wolfert stares at you rather intently as if reaching out to you, and then...
You do know what it means to be a reader. Though such as we are not limited to reading pages from a book. Though your ability is in this, I sense, is nascent, still, mere flashes, and uncontrollable. You see as well now that they haven't told you yet, your friends, and that explains a lot. They haven't told you, readers, such as you cannot go free. I had wondered why you would insist on pressing onward with this group in light of this. This answer, then, was plain. You simply did not know, or fully realize. They did not deceive you, by the way. There's no reason they would know themselves other than Tariq, who shall not influence your thinking in such matters. Rather, I expected when we first met that you already knew the truth of this from having read the passage in the Book of Rites, which states it plain. Only those who shall conduct the rites first hand shall walk the path towards enlightenment and become eligible to regain their freedom. Perhaps you have not gotten to that part just yet. Wolfert breaks free from you and looks at you again. Then he speaks to you as normal. It is plain that you are not in adequate condition to conduct the rites, and this group values you as a reader. I wish only to ensure you to understand what you are getting into here. Despite whatever hopes and dreams and promises might have been shared, I do not think the rites can help you return. That is what you had in mind. So once again, I invite you to depart, and I will see to it that you are compensated. Do not misunderstand. If it is your wish to remain, then you are welcome. But this journey we are on has no guarantees. Not for you, nor for any of us. Do you understand? I understand. You understand the words of warning, yet just the same, you choose to carry on. There is more that you wish to achieve on this journey than freedom for yourself. I admire that, my boy. Done very well. Know that we have much at stake here, in this, anyway. Much more than just a shot at going back into the Commonwealth, which cast us down here, to begin with. It sounds like you intend to stick around. Then we'll have lots more time to chat as we ascend the sacred mountain in the coming days. Until then. He strides out of the wagon and leaving you with your thoughts. That bitch! Earlier, Wolfert called for a group meeting, presumably to reveal his plan in more detail. Instead, he reveals some bad news. Wait, what are you saying? What I'm saying, my boy, is that while you can indeed get yourself out of here, it can't be all of you at once. We earn our way back one by one, or not at all. But I swore that we go free together. We may go free together yet, but it's going to take time, and this is only the first phase.
You, Hedwyn, and the others exchange glances. Let me make this plainer for you still. Here is how the coming days are going to unfold. First, we're going to ascend Mount Alodiel there to the north. You may not think this wagon's fit for it, though rest assured it's made the journey many times. Next, we'll pass through Scribe's Gate. Only the worthy pass through here, as your reader could attest. You do not merely skim that chapter of the book. Okay. Afterwards, we'll reach the Fall of Solium. You'll meet our adversaries in the rights. They are to be the Tempers, led by the demon Ignarius. You know him when you see him. Downside Celestial Landmarks. Tempers, a mighty triumvirate that has been the closest rival to the Nightwings, okay? And Ignarius, he's the notorious demon leader of one of the most feared triumvirates in the rights, okay? Both you and they shall choose someone from your respective ranks. Then, once one of the triumvirate prevails, their somebody will be whisked home to the Commonwealth. Whisked home to the Commonwealth? Precisely. Once returned, our somebody is taken in and clothed and fully pardoned. The Commonwealth knows about all this. The same Commonwealth that says the sentence into the exile is forever, and freedom from the downside is impossible. Many of these details the scribes themselves wish to be kept secret. Former exiles and the leaders of the Commonwealth alike have good incentive to protect those secrets as well. So then that's it. If we climb the mountain, someone goes back and everyone else stays? For most of those participating in the rites, yes, that's it. But I like your connotation, and indeed for us that isn't it at all. If one of us returns, it shall be just a step along our path. However, let's let that sit for now. Gather your strength. We'll talk again on our way up. If Wolfert leaves, the rest of you consider what he takes. What he said. You have time now for your vocations. At dawn, you shall begin your ascent to the Mount Alodiel. Study in private. Excuse yourself from the rest of the others to go pour over the Book of Rites and its mysteries. But through greater understanding comes the reader's influence. Alright, let's get a boop up in... I like hope. Hope's always great. You get the deeper meaning from the words and reteach the Book of Rites once you feel it in your core, yet struggle to articulate. Inspiration comes to you in a flash, whether from the book or from within, you cannot tell. Influence is spirit. Each rank raise your, I feel like, yeah, we got +2, which is nice. Continue. Alright, guys. I don't recall if you get to choose. I think you do get to choose who goes. My question is, I don't know what that requirements are, like if that have full enlightenment or not, because no one here has it. Mount Alodiel. Alodiel. Here before you lies Mount Alodiel, stretching far beyond your line of sight. Somewhere upon the mountain lies the only place from which you can escape the downside. Your companions gather round again before Wolfert, who stands tall as ever. Whether from the cold air of the subject now at hand, you sense a tension in the air. Now then, you all have many questions to know. I've done a lot of talking, so go on, ask away. But there is only silence. One question stands out in your mind, which you refrain from asking, yet if only one of you is to go free at first, who shall it be? Go on now. Don't be shy. Who first? Questions. Why us? Why you indeed, madam? That I can explain. You've seen the sort you stand against as adversaries in the rights. What is it that they want, do you suppose? They want their freedom back, of course. They'll settle for it on the Commonwealth's own terms. They'll gain their freedom and some cushy new responsibilities. Perhaps then they'll have a hand in sending still more exiles here to join us. Think on it. The Commonwealth rose from the ashes of a fallen empire thanks to the efforts of the first exiles who escaped this place via the rights. It is the Commonwealth's first and proudest tradition to honor those who live to redeem their transgressions. They have a certain wisdom, do they not? But as for you, I have been looking for a certain set of disposition for a good length of time. All I needed was for somebody appropriate to show up and to listen. So, I planted many little eyes and ears throughout this land, whispering hints of this, absurd as it may sound. Took someone with a certain faith and creativity to go for it. That someone proved to be Hedwyn over there. He was tasked with seeking 2 trustworthy allies, an old buried wagon and a reader. He was invited to bring others for the ride, all different sorts, gather enough help, and he and his friends could be free. Long story, but you know much of the rest. So then why you? Because I've reason to believe you're not the sort to play right back into the Commonwealth's old hand. The Wrights, as you have seen, are quite exclusive. You are imposters in this little party. You could be the ones to break it up. Now then, more questions. It is beginning to spin. You can excuse yourself and keep listening. Fuck that, this is important. Volford's explanations are a lot to take in, though you feel compelled to absorb as much of what he's telling you at this point. He prompts for further questions when Jodaria raises her voice again. Hold. You mistook my meaning. I understood your plan. Still, I wish to know why us. Why are we, among all others, chosen for this liberation rite? On a blooded moon of false sun, I see. Well, but that is simple, really, madam. You are chosen. You are qualified, I should say, because, as the expression goes, 'tis what the scribes ordain. Though in this case, the expression is quite literally true. When the 8 created the rites, each one of them anointed certain other exiles to participate on their behalf. Exiles who showed some promise of redemption. The triumvirates they formed have stood the test of time, replenishing their numbers as their individuals moved on or passed on. You have met them as they are today, the accusers, the withdrawn, and so on. The 8 scribes also formed a special group against which all the others would be judged. That group they called the Nightwings. You bear their books, wear their masks and raiments. You need but show up to the rites, you see. The others, erstwhile, jockey for position for a chance to take you on. Yeah, well, what if we don't? What if we don't show up? Then you would deny yourselves a chance at freedom, and deny it also to your adversaries. Victory means nothing in a common rite, then. Participants is all that matters? Not so, madam. Only the enlightened may regain their freedom. While failure can be an excellent teacher, the scribes do favor the victor. So you see, those who do not conduct the rites, or do not prevail in them sufficiently, they may find themselves barred from the liberation rites. But these are technicalities. The Nightwings disbanded years ago. Since then, no one has gone free. Yet still, the other triumvirates pressed on, with fleeting hope that one day you'd be back. It's been a heavy price to pay in all of this. Now, if you'll excuse me, we'll talk again some other time. God! Oh, it's so heavy! Some murmur to themselves about all this as Volford takes his leave. Others reconnoiter pathways leading up to the mountain and present you with some options. Ooh. A gap through the nameless lower summits beneath Mount Elodial. Faye believes the 8 scribes will bless whoever goes through here. Emperor's Fall. A pathway on the outskirts of Mount Elodial is low. One of the valuables. Let's go Emperor's Ascent. I didn't take Faye last time. Let's take it this time. The sublime beauty of Mount Elodial, along with the thin air this high above the sea, has been enough to silence even the most talkative of your companions. However, Faye has been positively bursting with excitement. Isn't it wonderful? I think it really is, don't you? Tizo seems not to share Faye's enthusiasm. He does not like the cold. You've been here before, Tizo, isn't that so? Why would you ever leave? I wouldn't leave. I'd stay. I think I'd stay. Unless maybe I got too cold or hungry. Wait, is that? Something about her changes then. Wait, look, but Tizo, don't you see? Look, don't you see them there? Tizo seems to be exclaiming something in utter disbelief. You yourself see nothing, but Faye rises almost off her feet as the imp looks on, astonished. Was that the scribes? It was. I know it was. They said something to me. They spoke to me. They told us we were welcome, that we're welcome here. Faye runs off to spread the word among all your companions. Strangely enough, her enthusiasm is infectious, and in spite of everything, your spirits rise. Some hope. Oh, love it. Let's give him an opportunity to look into the waters. At long last! The worm surges toward the waters of the cistern. You decide to join him for a brief excursion. There, after another hard day's ride, you find him in a shallow pool, appearing very much contented. This night, he thought he may never again feel fresh water's cool caress against his scales. He sighs, splashing about from time to time. Then he turns his attention over to you. You, Master Reader, you are most kind to take with you this wayward knight. He swears to prove himself to you and to the rest. He knows that soon now, someone may go free. He knows the choice of whom may weigh upon you heavily indeed. For it is you who ought to make the choice, is that not so? This night, he heard it from the others, so it must be true. Now listen, please, upon that little honor this knight has. This knight's penance isn't yet complete. There's much atoning to be done, so when rises the occasion to decide who ought to go free, this knight wants you to know something. Please do not choose him, not even if you wish, and not even if you can. He begs of you allow this knight that simple dignity. With that, Sir Gilman sinks into the waters. His tail waves to you to leave him be for now. Alright. Oh, you know, but here we are. Scribe's Gate. You and your companions gather at the Scribe's Gate, where the single narrow trail to the summit narrows even more and falls under an archway carved of stone. Come along now, everyone, and be prepared to speak your mind when you are called. Frankly, most of you still lack enlightenment. We may pass together, much how we act as with a single heart and mind during the rites. Well then, lead onward, Tariq. Please, follow me. Removing his hat, the lone minstrel approaches the gate. You and all the others follow. When the last of your companions nears the arch, you notice someone standing high above, who then appears before you. She eyes the lone minstrel first. Is that you, Tariq? It is. Greetings, Celeste. She watches over Cyrus and how was your rest? Too long, Celeste. It seems your work has piled up in the meantime. You bring this many to the gate? Aye. Then let us make this quick. She gestures toward the rest of you. Now, each of you in turn state who you are and what you seek was crossing Scribe's Gate. Do as she says, please, without questioning. Your fellow exiles exchange glances but quickly comply. I'll start. They call me Hedwin the Deserter. I've come here seeking freedom for myself and my companions. In my case, so I can return to be with one whom I love. The woman bids him forward. The lone minstrel prompts Rookie to speak up next. I am regarded by the name Rookie Greentail. I just want to get out of here, I guess, with my chums preferably. Go see Mama back home. I am Captain Jodariel. I do not truly know as yet what I am seeking here. Oh, my name is Faye, and I'm here, I think, because the scribes have called to me. It must be them, because if not, then who? Oh. Tizo seeks to live up the Nightwing's legacy and maybe see the Commonwealth someday. Sir Gilman of the Sea Dominion at your service. This knight is on a quest to find his honor. He lost it at a certain point. Comita Tain. I'm only here because my sister's here. Then as Volfred steps forward, the one called Celeste raises her voice. You, I recognize you from the Nightwings of the past. You're not clad in ornaments any longer. I would know why. I had my chance already. The Nightwings that now stand before you. I travel with them as a pilgrim now. I see. Then state why you are here, so as have the others. My name is Volfred Sandalwood. I seek liberty for each of us, so that one day we all might stand shoulder to shoulder on the other side, and bring our freedom to the people there. She waves him by. And then she turns to you, for there is no one left to go. I don't know who I am. You cannot for the life of you recall a time before arriving to the downside. Details of the Commonwealth are scarce within your mind. Perhaps you want to forget this place. The one called Celeste continues to examine you, expecting you to add to your response. I want to help my friends. companions you have met here, who have helped you survive and find kinship in the downside, your priority is to ensure they achieve their goals. That is all you wish for now. The woman regards you for a time, then nods once and waves all of you by. The 8 scribes bid the Night Wings welcome here. Go forth with glory. And Tariq, aye, Celeste, be on your way as well. The lone minstrel bows his head and puts his hat back on. He does not look back at her. From the top of Mount Elodial, you can see the distant downside before you. You think on the many thousand leagues you cross to reach this point as the sky grows dim. Alright, I got some stuff to sell. Hey guys, so just so you're aware and all, I know how you come here. How come you made it all the way up here? Oh, I know, alright. You're here because I got the lowest price and all the downside, am I right? And some of the new stuff I got in stock, you're gonna get a lot of value there, and an awful lot. So much stardust. Not bad. Oh, nice. There's one of them scratch snuff fingers there, huh? One jab at those little guys, you'll be like, woo, I know what I mean. They're pretty popular, but I got my connections, and they got their connections, and they got their connections, and they got plenty more of those. So just come and see me and Dad here later on. We'll have one back in stock. Okay, let's keep that just in case we need to use it. Actually, you know what? No, we'll keep it. You must be on a luck day here, or I don't know what, Dad. I'm not done. No way, they're back already, Dad. Alright, let's buy... You know what? I think we're good. We're good for now. I want to save up. Cheesecake. Alright, Black Wagon. We got Joe Dario wants to speak. Ooh. So cold it can burn the skin, but keeps the wagon cool and fresh, and food fresher longer. Joe Dario appears to be prepared for whatever's to come this night, though it is not yet dark. She's already in her raiments. Hedwin soon joins her, also looking ready. Any signs of Ruki? None as yet. Complained about it chafing at the collar of his mask. Our freedom might be hinging on that collar, then. I'm certain that it is. They share a laugh together. The three of you exchange glances, but nothing is said, or needs to be said. Soon, if Volfred is to be believed, one of your companions may regain his or her freedom. Hey, what did I miss? Am I late? Is it starting? Is it starting yet? Easy, Rookie. We got a little time. It isn't starting yet. How far you struggle with your mask, How fair your struggle with your mask, Greentail? Feeling a bit better, thanks. Just had to smash it repeatedly against the wall for a little bit. But put some of the old nerves to bed there for a good measure. Though, this is really happening, huh? One of us might be getting out of here, like, soon. By dawn, in fact, if all goes well. If all goes well. That's one way to look at it, I guess. What are you getting at, Greentail? Well, it's just... We might be bringing up the band here, people. If one of us gets out, that's been bugging me a while now. I thought we were all getting out of here at once. He shoots a look at you. Some of us, we might not be getting out of here at all. Hedwin slams his fist against the wall. No, not if I can help it. We made a promise to each other, each of us, the four of us. We're all getting out of here. I care about the others too, I do, but we've been here from the start. I want you to know my promise is to you, and I believe you'll do the same for me. So it's like this. If any one of us gets out, great, but it's just a start. We're going to do whatever it takes to there, on the other side, to make it so the rest of us can get back too. What? Do you think you're going to build a bridge down here if we ask nice or something? I don't know what it's going to take. I just know we have to try. Joe Dario turns to you. Reader, we shall find a way. She nods to reassure you and to reassure herself. Rookie nods his head in turn. Hedwyn's gaze never once falters. Well, my friends, I think it's just about time. Let's go. One by one, they turn toward the door. The fall of Solium waits, a vital step in your quest for freedom, yet you feel in your heart that it shall not only be the first. You got some faith, some hope. The imp Haub and I, we helped save my emperor, and when the danger did subside, my emperor Solium, he said something to me which shook me to the essence of my being. He said, "You gave your freedom, Master Golathanian, so that I may yet have mine. You too now are an exile of the downside, and all the days which I have left, I never could repay the mercy you have shown me. So if I cannot do this so in life, then I shall do it in the next." We crossed the land together, and together with the imp, we gained the company of those who saw in what I did. I'm nervous. I don't like this. I had heavy choices. I'm invested. I don't want anyone to go. Night. I'll stay quiet. I'll try to quiet down. I'm only going to be for another hour probably anyway, so. Is everyone prepared? Is everyone prepared, Hedwyn? Yes. Though several of us have another question that's been troubling us. You need but ask. You said that one of us is going to return to the Commonwealth if we defeat the Tempers and the Wrights this night. What happens if we fail? Hedwyn, my boy, don't you see? The path to freedom and the path to enlightenment are one and the same. Do you intend to stray from the path? No? Then you have nothing to fear. But let me be much more upfront with you. Should you be defeated by the Tempers this night, then one of them shall end up going free instead of one of you. It's as simple as that. What, then, is to be done? The very same as if we achieve victory. We await our next such opportunity and make the most of it. Tonight, our plan is set in motion. We are united in our cause. We shall look as ever toward the stars for guidance and seize upon our future chances just as they arise. So look up, my boy, and set aside your doubts. It is time to take great strides along the path. Let's do it.
Many years have passed since last the Nightwings gained the summit of the sacred mountain and stood upon the fall of Solium. You are to be commended for your guidance, reader, but only if you can prevail in this liberation right. Here you stand to gain much more than some enlightenment. Your adversaries are none other than the Tempers. I trust they need no introduction. Soon, one among you shall regain their freedom.
The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. Then anointed one of the Temper, come forth now and declare yourself, and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. Hello, rabbit. Oak. I feel like I need to move some stuff out of the way so you don't eat the paper. Now he comes out, like towards the end of the night. Got a rabbit. Got a rabbit. Oak. Okay. A massive demon swaggers into view. He reaches for his mask.
You know who I am already.
Abundance joint, yeah, right?
You know who I am already. But look at what got here. The damn Nightwings decided to show up. Almost figured we were never gonna see the day again.
He takes notice of someone in your ranks.
Hey, you!
He indicates to Dario. She scoffs back at him.
Lose the mask. Ain't seen one of our own in ages. Not in these damn robes.
Jodario's hesitation is almost imperceptible before she moves to remove her mask, just as her adversary asks. Satisfied?
Whoa, you must be new.
Jodario soon puts her mask back on.
Enough talk. Ha! I like you, curly horns. Tell you what, once you put out your lights, you come along with these guys. We're gonna have a spot open. Only shame is I ain't gonna be around to show you a good time.
I should rather cut out my tongue.
No, you don't mean that. How kind, we ought to stick together. Now, come on!
Ignarius throws his mask back on as his allies snarl at the rest of you. Have the Nightwings reached a decision on whose behalf they shall conduct this rite? The lone minstrel will get your attention in a subtle way. Reader, this is it. The first companion whom you choose shall be anointed to go free the— What the fuck? This very night, if you prevail, the other two in the triumvirate shall lend your aid. As you may know, only the most enlightened in the rites are eligible to go free. Not all among you may be ready yet. Now, Nightwings, I would have your decision. Fuck.
Who deserves their freedom?
I don't know. What the fuck? Fuck. That's kind of what I thought. I was gonna go with Headwind. I think yeah, I guess I'll anoint Headwind. That was probably my choice. I don't like that. I want to learn more about him, but like, he deserves it. He knows his goal is to get back to love, and everyone else is still like learning. Then the Gate Guardian looks upon you and your adversaries. Very well then, under the watch of the 8 scribes, here at the stake of this eve's liberation rite. Should the Nightwings prevail, the one called Headwind the Deserter shall be liberated. Should the Templars prevail, the exile Ignatius shall go free instead. She then turns to you. Now, who among the Nightwings shall complete your triumvirate, to strive alongside Headwind the Deserter, and see to his return to glory? You know what?
Who shall strive for him?
You know what? We're going with him. Jodario? Very well. Let us prevail here and see this through. And Ruki. Sure. No pressure, right, chum?
It is done.
Very well. The 8 scribes accept your choice, leader of the Nightwings. She then indicates to the lone minstrel. Now, are you prepared? You yourself prepared, Tariq? Aye, Celeste. Then let us begin.
Nightwings, been waiting an awful long time to get out of this hole. Try and stop me.
The OG crew. I had to go with them.
Commence.
Oh, come on, I was fucking there. Damn it. That's one. I was on top of him.
This is the road to ruin. Red-handed.
I couldn't see my person.
The orb. Ah, yes. Alas for Ruki. To the adversary's flames. 'Tis too close to call who shall prevail as yet. Who? Both vanished. Pathetic. Fail. Ouch. Empire weakens.
You good for nothing nice wings. Skip out on us for years and years and show up all of a sudden like you're gonna let somebody out for once. But now we gotta work for it, I guess. Damn it. I used to be the best. At this, at least. But now, the pressure's getting to me. Can't believe it's getting to me. Moira, I doubt you'd even recognize me anyway. Come on, Nightwings. Let's keep this up. Let's keep this up.
Come on. Back in, back in, back in. Let's go. Oh,
Someone rose to the occasion. Oof.
shit. Ah, damn.
True, and thus your pyre wanes. The orb.
Got it.
There it is, at last. The Night Wings proved their worth. An outcome which left little room for doubt. Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus, the scribes have chosen. The exile appointed by the Night Wings shall be free. Absolved of all misdeeds. Return to glory in the Commonwealth. His adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
God, what a joke. We should have had this. You should have had this. Good old Rusty. You've been waiting so damn long. Damn it. Damn it. Night Wings! Be seeing you around, I guess. Next time, you ain't gonna be so lucky.
We did it. Then I guess that means I have to go. I broke my vow to him that we would all go free together. Reader, my friend, why would you do this? Will you ever forgive me? Fakani, wait for me. Wait for me. Who's Fakani? Someone for whom Hedwyn cares deeply. Oh. He remained silent for a moment longer, then, listen to me, all of you. I will not forget this. If there is anything at all I can do back on the other side to help the rest of you, then I'm going to find it, and I'm going to do it. And at the very least, I will do everything I can to make sure that by the time more of you come join me back at home, that it'll be a better place for all of us. Look, I don't have long now, so just thank you, all of you. I won't forget this. Then he plunges out of sight into the shimmer pool. His voice is audible but growing faint. It's happening. Goodbye, my friends. Reader, everyone, goodbye. Until we see each other. Hedwyn earned back his freedom. A returning glory.
Godspeed, Hedwyn. The 8 scribes are ever merciful. By their grace, the cycle of the rites may soon commence again.
I don't know if I like that. I don't appreciate that.
Until the turning of the stars, farewell.
After your victory over the Tempers and the Liberation Rights, you return to your wagon to decide how to proceed from here. I'm gonna miss that guy. It's quieter now, but I will see Hedwyn again if we persevere. Our journey has now begun in earnest. We'll just need to make a few preparations while we're here. Wait, what about the stars? They don't seem to wait around for us. About that, reader, go see for yourself. The night sky over Mount Elodial is much darker than you would have expected. Your thoughts are with Hedwyn as you look toward the heavens. Did I have to go all the way back to the beginning? No. You search the sky, but in vain. No stars are shining now. The stars revealed nothing, did they not? You confirm his suspicions. It's as the book foretells. This is the chance we need to make ready for what lies ahead. There's a haven south of here we'll travel to at dawn. Then, when the stars decide to shine for us again, we'll be ready. Mark my words. Following Hedwyn's liberation, you find Wolfred smoking at his pipe, his eyes averted. He looks up and smiles at your approach. Hello, my boy. Excellent work back there. Thank you for your perseverance. Though, I was just reflecting on how very fortunate I've been in all of this. Not just me, but really all of us, who had a chance to stand with Hedwyn here. Ours is admittedly a somewhat desperate plan. It was vital to me, should the Nightwings rise again, that it be under proper care and guidance. I was just thinking how well Hedwyn served in that capacity. Whatever is to be the outcome of all this, no doubt his presence shall be missed. My agents and I, we were unsure of him at first. A common boy like that, completely unacquainted with the rights. But, in the end, I felt that he was worth a shot. Someone like him, sincere, determined, loyal friends and desperate to get home, those qualities spoke volume. Then he falls silent for a time. I have every faith that he shall strive on our behalf now in the Commonwealth, and it is my hope that he yet finds the ones he sought. You and Wolfred speak little more of Hedwyn for now. You are left wondering what shall become of him in the Commonwealth. Good morning, my boy. This place, I noted earlier. Let me illuminate the way. The Moonlight Alcove. Wolfred leads all of you into a calm and quiet clearing, tucked away inside one of the mountain's hidden folds. All about, you see a variety of strange items and equipment. Let us bide our oh, someone wants to talk. You find Wolfred seemingly lost in thought, but then he turns to you. Greetings, reader. This wagon and I have many memories together, and I could not help reliving some of them just now. I suppose some aspect of my past may be of relevance to you, given your role. Excuse me. If there is something that you wish to know, you need but ask. I want to know why they disbanded. You express interest in knowing more of how the Nightwings came to be here and Wolfred's past connection to the group. I've become connected to the Nightwings almost since the beginning of my days in exile. They found me in a manner, as I understand, quite like how Hedwyn and the others found you. Back then, it was a smaller group than we have now. I joined an exile called Erisa and another known as Orlek. Erisa, former exile of the Nightwings who conducted the rites alongside Wolfred, and Orlek. Okay. Once in a while, we let little Tizo stand with us as well. He's rather older than he looks. The other triumvirates we stood against, they feared us. Only the Tempers presented any threat to us in any given right. But there was a terrible accident. Arisa, we lost her, and Orlek, he was my friend. He fell from Mount Elodial. We lost him as well, on the night when he was to be free. We were reckless, hasty, and I was powerless to stop any of it. I blame the Wrights themselves, the circumstances that put us into danger. The downside has claimed many lives, yet this, it was too much. I vowed never again to don the mask and raiments. Had the black wagon cleared and buried, such they could not be used again. If the Nightwings could rise again, it would be under different circumstances, under new leadership, and towards a different purpose. That is all I wish to say of this, my boy. How long are you and the minstrel on each other? You asked Wolford about his history with the lone minstrel, whom he seems to know quite well. Tarek was there with the Nightwings when they took me on. His manner has always been much as how you've seen, although he's somewhat more cheerful now than I recall back then, if you can believe that. I think our plan has sparked a little fire in him. He serves the Wrights and the Nightwings. I have tried to ask him of his past before, but he seems rather reluctant to speak of it, though it is plain that he is not from around here. This being the downside, I respect his wish for some privacy. Nonetheless, although I do not know too much of him, I count him as a friend. I lost track of him for some time, though it was he who first informed me that the Nightwings had returned. He and Tizo were instrumental in our meeting. It's been good to see him doing relatively well. Anyway, was there anything else you wish to talk about for now? Why'd you earn your sentence, though? You asked Wolford about his past in the Commonwealth, and how he has came to be in the downside. How rather forward of you, my boy. Most whom I have met during my travels here have been reluctant to approach the subject of one's history before one's exile. Nonetheless, I am happy to tell you. As a reader, I assume you are familiar with the stamping press. I owned and operated one. Okay. I took issue with the Commonwealth, the ban on literacy, the interminable wars against the high-wing remnants. I shared the truth about it all with my machine. Under a pseudonym, of course. Still, I knew I was putting myself at risk, and sure enough, my stamping press was eventually discovered and burned to the ground. I, however, managed to elude capture for a while, but not for long enough. Here in the downside, I chanced upon the Nightwings, who were searching for a reader. In that respect, my past, I think, is similar to yours. Anyways, that is the long and short of it. Now, then, was there anything else? Nothing. You and thankful for this time and bid him a good rest of the afternoon. Likewise to you, reader. Be well. Everyone, the amenities are modest here at Moonlight Alcove, but I suggest that you get comfortable. We may be here for some time. Small landing on dark side. Okay. As for myself, I have some business to attend to. Please leave the wagon in my care for now. It should be ready by when you need it next. From the mountaintop, you can see all across the downside. There's an impossible expanse staring back at you. The thought occurs that you may never see another land beside it. And so, you and your companions wait upon the mountaintop in quiet solitude, anticipating when the cycle of the rites begins to turn again. Then, you shall have another opportunity to free one of your own. You may earn back their freedom one by one. Many moons pass. Then one evening... May I have a moment, Rita? The lone minstrel finds you poring over the Book of Rites, as has been your leaning through your stay at this abode. Begging your pardon, but there is something you may wish to see. Please follow me. You follow him into the cold night. Look forth, Rita, sir. The stars shine like you have never seen. Once more, the path towards salvation is revealed. But now something is different. What about these stars? That... Each prior time you search the stars, they show to you a single path. But now several rites have veiled themselves to you at once. Oh, fuck. Okay. That's tricky. Oh, fuck. Let's go. Well, we gotta go back up anyways, but make it easy. Let's go to Milithy. Milithe. The stars urge that we go to the pit of Milithe, a long way off. Volfred, sir, how are we to reach the pit of Milithe in due course of time? You know full well, Tariq. Preparations are complete. You think you see the low minstrel smile, ever faintly, but cannot be sure. Please, ask the others to gather their belongings, rest, and then assemble at the wagon there at dawn. We shall be departing at that time. As you will, sir. The cycle begins anew. As the years advance, you'll find there ought to be fewer rites. This time until once more we are to traverse Scribe's Gate. Exactly how many it is difficult to say, but our next chance at liberty ought to present itself, much sooner than before, so let's be ready for it. Now then, see you in the morning, reader. Your companions have not traveled far from Moonlight Alcove, where the news soon spreads throughout the group. Let's continue the journey. Next morning, Volfred calls everyone together before the Black Wagon. The old wagon is more than it appears. With Bertrude's aid, it has escorted you across the sea to me. Now it shall escort us anywhere the stars require. Come and see. Volfred beckons you to join him in the wagon. Oh, is that a crystal? Something has changed about the wagon's interior. What looked before to be old cracks and signs of age now expose various intricate components once hidden from view. You are the Nightwings. You shall travel in their customary way. He turns to you, indicating levers and devices marked with symbols from the book. Now, reader, whenever you're ready, you may take us up. I'll show you how. And everyone else, hang on to something. Let us take off. It's a spaceship! After Sora having soared into the sky, the Black Wagon remains aloft somehow. Never thought I'd soar like this again. Hey, now we're talking! He's so excited to be flying again. You get the impression this may not be the first time for him. The Nightwings sail the skies again, wheresoever the stars may call for them. There is one catch. The downside provides few locales suitable for landing. Though we should be able to find at least a couple landing places near to where we're going. Well, we'll then make a way by the land or sea toward our destination. Now, without further ado, let us proceed. I'm gonna fly. Oh shoot, I can like physically move it around. Oh, it's got a little zoom. As sure above the waters of Wormgulf, you know Sir Gilman sidled up to you very slowly. We are very, 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 very high above the water, if this night is not mistaken. This night's brethren lurk beneath the surface here, in numbers untold. Fortunately, if we were to come crashing to the surface now, then this night, why, he would receive a watery burial in the custom of his kind. Oh, they just make sound. Okay. It's kind of cute. A gloom hangs thick above the pit of Milithy. And all around you are brave to seek your adversaries here again, reader. Many in the downside believe it to be nothing other than a foul den, that take the tales of Isalk Astral born to be mythology, embellished through the retelling over time. You have met others, such as Witch Udmildi, who believe otherwise, although whichever their beliefs, I know of none who would go near the place unless the stars demand it. Thus shall your coming right against the dissidents take place in complete secrecy, as well as always to the right's half. Heading out to work? Below, amid the desolation of the flagging hands, you see Big Bertrude, from which you first embarked by the sea. You wonder how its venerable proprietor is faring. I'm certain the Big Bertrude must have left a strong impression on you all. She's not easy to forget. I've known her since before my exile, or hers. She's been here a long time. I've sent my agents to repay her for assisting you, and to send her our regards. The old wagon must have been in need of some repairs. Stars is not bad. Let us do some Go away from there. Let's go to... See ya, buddy. Take it easy. Don't work too hard. You return to the dismal region known as the Flagging Hands. Straight away, you sense an air of dread, yet cling to the hope that you can make your stay as brief as possible. You and the others check the wagon from top to bottom for any signs of wear. Brookie double checks the air brakes and reports they are working as expected. Pamela finds the cabin pressurizer acting up again and causing her concern. A swift kick makes the problem go away, for now, leaving you all with some time to yourselves before the day is done. Nonetheless, the dismal environs soon take their toll on everyone. Always. Okay, then run away from me. Ooh, Sir Gilman. There was a flagrant disregard for natural law, thus providing a light. A scary bit of light when it was used. Let's talk to Gilman. Sir Gilman is shivering there after the Black Man's main voice to the skies. Master Reader, this knight is very, very slightly out of sorts is all. He merely appears terrified, but he assures you that his seeming cowardice is but an optical illusion in this case. Pamela overhears and joins you. Flying's not for everyone, Sir Knight. This knight heartily concurs, though how anyone at all can stand it, he has yet to understand. Well, let's see. What's it like to swim in the waters of the Sea Dominion? Ah, those glorious murky waters, engulfed in hideous warfare to be sure, but otherwise a joy to cut across, to feel the coolness of the waves beneath one's gill slits and the like. Though this knight is now accustomed to his life above the surface. Flying's just the same, Sir Knight. It resists those of us not born to it. I, in turn, have wondered what your seas are like, but as the thought of swimming fills me with disgust. Do you need me to pet you? This is not for you. He won't let me pick him up. Though I haven't had to swim, and you now have to fly, that's very brave of you, and you handled it better than some hot fledglings I've met in the day. You'll get used to it. She departs, but you sense Sir Gilman is feeling better after the exchange. Got some hope back. Alright, that's nice, that's nice. Alright, let's read the book. Ooh, we have more Whoa, we got pages. Okay. Okay, so that I've read. Okay. Let's go. Once I too roamed free. I remember well those days in which I was called chief. I traveled all the world over on my four good paws, and I was well adorned. I wanted to grow stronger. Here at last I have. I shall not mince my words. This place shall not either harden you or kill you. It shall haunt you with old memories. You share the exile's plight. My charge is to alleviate the sting of it for you a little bit, and to prolong your stay, but only for as long as needed. Your charge is to return. We call this place the downside for a reason, but in time here you can learn to eat, to seek out shelter, and to find a certain beauty in unlikely places. No more pages in there. Hello, Game Wing 1. Nice to meet you. Years upon long years we spent distilling life essence from many things, which all once writhed under the auspices of their mortality, which we ourselves cut short. And this we have no regrets, for we learned much, and so, we think, did they. We earned the title Witch, and were forced to flee into the downside. Here we encountered Solium Myrrh, and soon we gained an understanding of each other. He bade us circumvent navigating these lands and catalog our findings. We felt a strong desire to expose the secrets of this land. We wished to yield benefits to those who followed in our wake. Indulge us both, then. Okay. Oh, we have more pages in this. Okay. Beyond the valley lies the flagging hands, which could be called a swamp if an entire sea could merely be a lake. Soon after our arrival, several of us fell into a dark despair. Such were the environs. I found it rather fascinating, though. It held aspects reminiscent of the southern bogs we dwelt in as a tad. We grew accustomed to the dampness of the air and grew to savor certain twigs and beetles. It can be said the flagging hands are an acquired taste, recommendable only for those of our same bent, or perhaps the downside's native imps. The seas surrounded the environs on three sides, appearing insurmountable at first. So much pages, so much information. Gaining the summit of the sacred Mount Alodial involved no small amount of sacrifice and sorcery in varying proportions. The mountain's energies were palpable, the sensations that we felt indescribable. The lands we stood upon were closer to the stars than to the world we knew. It was upon this highest point in all the downside that we first made efforts to concoct this tome, which you now read. It was there that we were stricken with a vision of the cycle of the rites, and felt together for the first time a sense of freedom unlike any we experienced before. But this is a subject which our comrades shall illuminate to greater detail. Okay. Okay, so that's all for that one. Do you feel a kinship with the stars? You owe your everything to them. Perhaps one day, even your freedom. I chased the stars across the river of my genealogy until they let me hear. I demanded they explain to me the paradox of knowledge. For how is it that something can be shared but still contained within ourselves in its entirety? The stars did not respond, but set me on a quest. I sought the 9 landmarks, which they revealed to me, so that someday I would reveal their mysteries to you. These landmarks, emissaries of the stars, are 9 lenses through which we see the land and see ourselves in a new light. Okay. More pages. I like readings. Much can be said about the Sisters of the Arch, whom we banished to the great beyond for deeds irredeemable. Suffice it that for the details of their banishment are written in this book. The sisters in the book became inseparable, not unlike the stars, their light, and the infinite darkness that engulfs them. The stars communicate to us and you in turn. The words within this book are but an edifice, a simple surface. Look past the text to the hidden meaning, to the hidden power. The stars above, as they are not mere lights, these are not mere words. If you chance upon the Sisters of the Arch within your prison here, give them our thanks. Nothing else there. Alright, we got 2 more chapters to read. At first, I found it much too difficult to read, much less to write, even to grasp the quill. But the Horned One, Myr, implored me. He said this is the greatest gift that he could give me in return. Be careful, don't stab your lips. Don't do that, it's bad. In return for what I ask, in return for his life, he said. But I did not save your life, I said. You did, he said. We fight about this still, and Myr is stubborn, more than I. Now, herein, and by his leave, I chronicle the 9 triumvirates, for I am of this land, unlike the rest who wish to leave. We knew not everyone could leave who wanted. Seldom would the opportunity arise. Thus did we organize those striving for the chance to into 9 sets of 3. Okay. Alright, so that's all there. We, the 8, assembled here together in the downside. We gave our freedom so that you may yet have yours. It is an exchange we have not lightly made. It is my charge to ensure that should you regain your freedom, first off recognize its qualities and also use it wisely. You do not need a pair of wings in order to be free. My own wings, I once thought that they could take me anywhere, and then they took me here, where I am bound. It is your charge to be free and not to make the same mistakes. Spring from here and learn from what we did and build a new and great society. A free society with wings spread wide for everyone. Okay, so I've read all the book stuff. We got a quick... I can sense you out there somewhere. What is it you want? What's on her mind? Let me ask you something, lovely reader. Have you any idea for how long I have been imprisoned here? 1,000 years. You guess Cassandra could have been in her current state for exile since well before the dawn of the current age. At first, she shows no indication that she's even heard you. Close. Soon enough, I shall be getting there. I have been in prison for thus for 837 years. According to my count, at least, it is possible I have lost track, although given my state, I can assure you that I have had ample time to verify my arithmetic. She goes silent for a time. Let me give you some advice. If you decide to kill the Emperor, make sure you achieve what you set out to do. I expect my own death, regardless of the outcome of my task. I was not expecting this, certainly not by telling you about it 837 years later, or however long that it has been. Although, enough of that for now. Let us get back to business. Again, we got a scribe trial, I know that much. Just name the victim and I shall be more than pleased to make him or her suffer for a bit. Okay, Faye it is. You asked Sandra to administer one of her special trials to Faye. I admit I do sense something from that one. I once had a wild heart myself, quite like her own. We shall see if there is more to her than that. Let us bring her forth. Soon Faye arrives and heeded the summons. The scribes! I think that if I listen carefully, that I can hear them calling out to me. So-called savages, such as Fyre, similar to nomads such as Headwind and the Rice, but move in quick sudden bursts. The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, girl. This place where you reside at present has but a single rule, which is, you answer to me here. Wow. Okay, I will. Such naive enthusiasm. Now be silent. It is plain to me that you have much to learn as yet about the rites, but you have learned something, and I will see you prove it, without the benefit of anyone, save for your reader. Okay. Are you out there to help me with this, mister? Of course. Okay, Tizo. Oh, fuck this. Oh, good goddamn. This is gonna suck. So I just gotta get rid of him. Oh. I gotta move. She's about to jump too. Jesus fuck. Alright. God damn. Alright. There we go. In and out. Right, Oakley? Okay, how did I do? How did I do? I must admit that you did better than I expected, girl. You have passed this trial of yours. Some congratulations are in order. To you and also to your lovely reader. Now farewell. Excuse me. Sorry. In some ways, more death things for me. Did I imagine all that, mister? Because I hope I didn't. Wow, what is that you have there? Calamar's anklets. After Fate caster aura can bounce off. Oh, fuck yes. This is... Oh, yeah, let's go. You take time to explore the darkest corner of the plague mounds with your companions. Haven't seen a thing Haven't seen a thing, Joe Dario. Joe Dario, what about you? Nothing, but there's more ground to cover. What should we make time? They turn to you. You may continue searching or return to the wagon empty-handed and pursue your vocations. Keep searching. Fuck it, we're here. Spend more time exploring unchecked nooks and crannies. Of course, is an exhaustive process, but eventually you search yields something you can use. A lost heirloom. Alright, we saw that slug market. Perfect. That's what I was waiting for. Alright, let's continue the journey. The pit of Milithe. Milith. Don't chew my shoe. Don't chew my shoe. Rabbit. Yeah, guys, come in. Say now, whatever happened to that smiley head one guy? Did he really get out of here like I've been hearing, or what? What is this? Twilight Shard. When flinging the orb into the adversary's pyre, the bear deals bonus damage. Okay. Much similar to that. Oh, that's when you fling it, though. That's when you throw it. Okay. That doesn't help me a ton, but we're going to sell this. Okay, then don't let me pet you. Don't keep coming towards me. You fuck. It's cute music. I love like just sitting to this, just kind of relaxing back. Store by that. Let's do. Let's see. Righteous Flame. I think I wanted this one. Sunken Shadows is really, really good. So we're gonna save up for that next. Come and see us again, guys. Alright, we got someone to talk to real quick. Oh, what the fuck? Why do we have flying fungus? Oh, we got a black cap. Oh, I could sell that shit. Canvas wings, the black wagon's flight cable through it, shouldn't it? I'll read the book real quick. The 8 scribes. We found each other in due time by fate, but not by coincidence. The wise Leusclorian stood among the trees, gazing at the stars, expecting us. The wild witch Milith was so enthralled by my liege's utter transformation, she strayed from her sorceries. Blessed-born Triesta swooped down upon us, but to warn of imminent attacks. The man named Jomur thus intervened and shared with us his humor and his hunt. Even the Underking Oris himself sought out an audience with us. Thus, we became the 8 and journeyed on together. Okay, and we got a new page here. If there's one celestial landmark in which I would never again wish to tread, unless, of course, the stars beseech me, it has to be the pit. 'Twas dark in there, beyond all reckoning. If not for Melethe's sorceress lantern, we all would have been lost. What lies within the pit is not to be invoked, although I have no doubt our goodly Underking shall be unable to prevent himself from boasting of how Melethe sealed it there for an entire age. The thing yet lies there, on the edge of death. Through its connection to the stars, it gives the pit significance. Walk there with courage and a steady mind. Okay. I think we're good. On that, we're going to talk to Faye. Faye seems to be talking to the Black Wagon's walls again, though this time something seems to have come over her. Little brother, what is wrong with me? What is wrong with me, please? See you, Nox. Take it easy. It's all good. I wouldn't want to leave you too bad on this, but it's going to be up here, so you can always come back and watch it. What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? You are unsure whether to check in with her or leave her be. No, let's check her attention. The Fae is clearly capable of surviving on her own. You do worry for her, and in this case, make an attempt to reach out there. Oh, hi, mister. I don't think I saw you there just now. And so, my little brother here and I, we're just talking for a little while. Well, I was the one doing the talking. Why, my little brother, he is just a wagon wall, so he cannot respond. He can't respond, but he can listen, and he listens really well. Now I'd like to get back to my conversation here with him, if you don't mind. And you're welcome to say, though, and if you like, it seems Faye is doing all right after all. Let's keep listening. You decide to take Faye up on her invitation and keep listening to her conversation with the wagon wall, her little brother, as she calls it. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, I remember, is that they always said that there was something wrong with me, but they wouldn't really tell me what they just said I was moon touch. But so what? Moon touch means those deemed impaired by the Commonwealth standard or very different in a negative sense. So then the scribes, they call me here. They're the ones who brought me here. Not those people. They were so cruel. They were always so cruel. I didn't have a little brother at the time, and no one that I recall, really, although so much of it back then, I can't tell how much of it I dreamt. Most of it I didn't want it to be true. But I remember that they would throw me out. They decided they would throw me out and let the scribes take care of me. They said the scribes, they would take care of me. It was so very quiet here, and I was alone again, although I think I liked it more being alone down here and then being alone back there. Everybody's alone down here, and so it makes you feel less alone somehow. Back there, why I would sometimes see families, brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, but here there were hardly anyone at all. But I knew that I was closer to the scribes. I knew that they were in the sky above. I did search for them up there, you know. And then one night I found them. I saw the stars and they were falling to the ground. And I thought, why is it the scribes themselves are crying? Are they sad? And maybe are they sad for me? Well, that was when I first saw you, little brother. With your help, I would get closer to the scribes. That way, maybe they can answer all my questions. Don't you think? But I'm so very glad I found you and the others. I'm finding that alone. And more importantly, I think sometimes I even feel that way, that I'm not alone. Maybe as we get closer, maybe I would get to feel that way more often, being here or being anywhere with you and all my friends. She falls silent. Though you were concerned for her at first, you sense that now she is at peace. She wanders off, faintly smiling. You sense you have a better understanding of her now. I do. What's the update? Yes, there's a lot of reading in this game, but I love it. I love the amount of extra stuff. So she's Moon Touch. She's a Scorpus. She's been exiled for 2 years. Does everyone have the thing? So we still don't know hers. Faye's been there for 2 years. Okay, so we don't know her. She has no motive. Good night. Okay, so he's always been part of this. No astral sign. Alright, nothing. So we just know Faye. We have everything we need to know about Faye. So I keep Faye for a while. Next person will probably be one of these guys, and then we'll get to Gilman and everyone else. So, all right, off to commence the rites. Let's do it. As the sky grows dark over the pit of Millith, a hush falls over your companions, especially Ruki. You sense something is troubling him, something to do with your Nukes adversaries. Oh, hey chum, I just want to let you know I'm pumped and ready to take on the dissidents this time. Sure am, all right. That Barker, he's not scary once you get to know him, like I do, you know. So don't you worry, because I sure won't be going easy on him after last time. As Ruki marches off toward the clearing, you notice his grin fade away. In the distance, you hear the dissidents begin to hoot and howl. Let's do this.
Ever persevering, aren't we? Well then, rejoice, because the cycle of the rites begins anew. Perhaps you'll liberate another soon enough. Your chosen adversaries here shall be the dissidents. Reduce their flame to ash, just as you did when last you met. Now, who exactly shall oppose them?
Ahoy, mates. Look at it, what we've got here. Greentail, is that you? Yeah, Barker. It's me, all right. And then Carrie throws him to the feet. Well, I'll be. So tell me something, Greentail. You gonna go against me this time, or are you keeping on that stinky coward like before, huh? Oh, what do I do? 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 Wait. He says he wants to fight. If you can beat him, maybe he'll leave us alone. He'll leave the Greentails alone. I can make it worth his while. Rookie's family is Mother Reba and Uncle Yowlson, Ruther, Robbie, Putter, and Otto. Barker. What is it, mate? The right's about to start. Well, I was just thinking. I know I owe you and everything, but I've got a deal for you. You like a good deal, don't you? Like a good... Nah, more like it. But all by Greentail. What's your fancy here? I was thinking, if I can beat you here, we're squared away. You let me off the hook. Huh. I see. But tell me something, mate. Now, why in the stinking world would I want to do a thing like that? What's in it for me when I beat you instead? Then, I'll pay you double what I owe. I promise. But you have to promise me too. Kerr's oath. Boy, really now? A double or nothing. And his eye? We'll drive a bargain there, mate. Alright, it's a deal. You beat me in my park. Right there, right now. And you debt free as far as I'm concerned. Of course, if you don't, I'll be fleecing you for all you're worth. You, your stupid uncles, and your dear old mom of yours. See you shortly then. Rookie then turns to you. Hey, so, this one means a lot to me. You understand there, chum? Let me go against these guys, and I'll make sure we show them, okay? Let's do it. Bye there, mates. My pack and I, we've got a few new tricks we've been doing to show you real soon. Since Barker speaks truth, the distance are more capable than before. Oh, fuck. That's not...
conduct this right.
What's their thing? Rip. I have a rabbit doing stuff. Okay, Fyre then uses got scribe rockets. Well, fuck. Okay, so it's these three. Prayer beads, 29% Pyre, the better chance to avoid banishment. Fuck. Okay, that's a problem. They both have prayer beads, and he's got the. Fuck me. All right, let's go. Let's do this. All right. Rookie leads the pack on this one. It's his time to shine. If we're going against these guys, I want speed on my side. Let's go Sir Gilman.
Sir Gilman.
And I want Jody. Back him up. You're one of us, Greentail. Your fight is ours. Alright then, Greentail. Bring it on. Or if bring it on, or it's your dear old mom who's gonna pay. Let's do it.
That's it. Begin. My goodness. Positively brutish. The Nightwings
Got in there.
set their mark upon the blade. Sir Gilman plunges into the fire.
Alright. What's the matter, Greentail? Methinks you seem a little nervous on your pods out there. Just shut up already, Barker. Let's get on with it. What's that you say, huh? You think you gotta talk back to me like that, Greentail? You heard me, Barker. Stay out of the damn way. Or what, mate? Or I'll sink these little nervous teeth into your neck, old chum.
That foolish Barker was a menace to the Commonwealth and is a blight upon the rights. Their flame has died a little. Righteous fire.
Quick shots, quick shots. To your death soldiers, let's go.
Sublime.
Just gotta scoot around behind them. I have Jody take this one.
Of freedom.
More.
The right is nearly ended. Goodbye, Jodariel. Your pyre sputters. The orb slips from your clutches. And it is done. The Nightwings prevail. Accomplished effortlessly, I might add. The right is done.
Woohoo! We did it! We got him! Greentail. You got us fair and square, mate. As fair and square as this stuff gets, right? So my family, you'll leave alone. You said you'll leave them alone. Ease off there, Greentail. A deal's a deal. Now then, me and my pack had better step it up for when we see you and your mates again. I'll be looking forward. Ricky watches him depart, then turns to you as his expression softens. Don't know what to tell you, chum, other than I really owe you one.
Bask now in the wisdom of the scribes. Honor is elusive, O Sir Gilman.
So grateful is the knight for such glorious occasion that he has given strong consideration to performing here and now the forbidden dance of the Sea Dominion. Cool.
Until the next right.
Alright, we're gonna let this cutscene kind of play out, make sure the game saves and whatnot, and yeah, that's a solid 3 hours we've done. That's normally where I like to keep these streams when I can, nice and condensed, especially during the weekdays when people have things to do. Turn to the wagon after you and your fellow exiles secured victory over the dissidents and find Volford waiting for you there.
Well done back there, my boy. You are serving your companions well. Now then, I have something I wish to share with you if you have a moment.
I'm sorry, Kyle. What do you want from me?
Discuss the plans of which we were part. I have means of measuring our progress towards the goal of it. I'd like for you to have a look at it. First, let's determine where the rights may take us next.
Kyle, if you really want, I can go 1 extra hour, but Kayla's asleep, so I'm trying to keep it down.
Look forth. I expect you shall again see several shining stars, where once you saw but one.
So we got Triesta and Jamur and Liu.
Several shining stars.
It's all good, man. Like I said, I'll still be on playing stuff, so who knows? The scribes who can say.
I too once gained this newfound vision many years ago, following my first liberation rite, and I believe only we of the Nightwings have this gift.
I realize that in choosing whom the Nightwings confront in each rite, we in turn influence which triumvirate we face when the time comes for someone to be set free. The object I invite you to use contains further detail. Wolford's planner. Alright, let's... Oh, what the fuck? Using Wolford's planner, you may assess your progress towards your ultimate goal, as well as check the current standing for your adversary. This is new! Wolford shall keep this information up to date for the remainder of your quest. You may look over it now or anytime in the Black Line or while searching for the stars. So... Okay, we've got a 9-0 record. How does it try against which one? Had 9 rights, additional exiles required, 1. Liberation rights conducted, 1. And rights till next liberation, don't know yet. Exiles liberated. How many of your fellow exiles have you returned to glory of the Commonwealth? We've returned only 1. Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay, so the withdrawn earned some favor recently, and so everyone we knocked down. Okay. I got you. This is kind of wild. All right, so we're in Malith. So we got Jamur, Trieste to take on the Accusers. I feel like we can go after the Accusers. We can go to Trieste. Your next adversaries are to be the Accusers, led by one called Lendel, whom I believe you first met many moons ago. He is a tale I hope shall be forgotten. He then tells you what he knows of your next adversary. Lendel the Liar, the first adversary you confronted in the rights, not long after you took your first steps on the path to freedom. A former constable of the Commonwealth, he gained a reputation for a strict and brutal manner. By any means, he always caught the crook. Once he arrested a civilian who hated him on suspicion that of theft of Commonwealth artifacts that had gone missing. Lendel discovered that the artifacts himself in the civilian home. The suspect soon was exiled. Still, he denied the charges even as they cast him downriver. The case was investigated further, though too late. Suspicions turned to Lendel. It turns out he planted the damning evidence himself, so he was exiled in turn. And the downside, he soon became acquainted with the rights, having heard of all this from several people in high places. He asserted himself as the de facto leader of the Accusers. They bent to his aggressive nature and prevailed many times under his watch. Yet each time his chance at liberty rose, the Nightwings either defeated him or simply did not show. At any rate, Lendel shall be looking forward to our arrival. I expect we may resume our journey come daybreak, but in the meantime, I would advise taking what rest you can. You bid the lone minstrel good evening. At dawn, you shall take the flight again. Alright, quick talk, and then we continue forward. Wolford's planner. Nice, okay. That's that. Yeah, we're good. Book of Rights. I myself, however, did form the dissidents under this simple tenet: those who do not belong, belong. The other scribes, some of them showed at first a reluctance to allow an imp and one accursed to designate one of them 9 triumvirates, but Myr, the horned one, stubborn as he was, stood by my side. In time they came to understand, for I remained, as ever, at their side, a living bit of proof of their absurdity. The dissidents are an extension of my oddity. Those who do not adhere, they are not to be discarded, underestimated, or dismissed. They are as necessary as as are those against whom they rebel. Okay, I like that. As you approach Rookie, you sense none of his usual anxious energy. I'm free. Then he rushes up to you, a return to form. I mean, I know I'm not. I'm stuck down here with all the rest of you. It's like I finally got to set aside those giant bag of rocks I've been carrying around. Know what I mean? Wanted to say thanks, chum, for giving me a hand with a little situation between myself and Barker. I don't think I would have had it in me to stand up to him unless I knew you and the others had my back. Now, at least, old Mama Greentail won't get any trouble from him from the other side. Your family, nice. She's still waiting for her Rookie boy to come on home, but At least you won't be getting hassled by a bunch of nasty curs just because I struck a lousy deal. So yeah, chum, you ever need something? I owe you one. And then some. Cur's oath. He pranced out of the wagon, a newfound lightness in his step. Permanent! Ugh! Alright. So, thank you all for joining on this stream again. Yeah, thank you all for joining on this stream. Happy to report we're in great progress. I'm thinking, since I have this week off of stuff and I want to kind of get as much done as possible, let's bank on Wednesday. Yeah, let's say Wednesday. 5. We'll still go for like another. We'll do 4 hours this Wednesday. Give it a little more time. And it'll be there. Obviously, if you came in late, I do apologize. If you want to see the rest of it and it interests you, by all means, feel free to go back through all this and watch it. I did say earlier, if things kind of go well and I can find the time for it, I'll definitely maybe do like a highlight reel of just like the matches or like some major story beats. I don't know yet. It's kind of hard for me to say. But that being said, I'm loving this game and I feel more emotionally invested than I should. I remember playing this a few years back when I first got it, and I saw some of the same things. I wasn't as like into it as before, but now being, I think, doing all the streaming stuff and like saying what the characters are saying out loud and like really diving into it, I feel more part of it than I did beforehand. And for sure, like, I wasn't in tears, but I was left feeling like I didn't want to see Hedwyn go, but I knew he had to go. That being said, based on what I've done so far, Ruki's probably going to be my next one gone, as much as I love having him around, but Ruki's probably the next one to like make the adjustment. Dinjo Daria will follow depending on how things go, but I don't know. If we can get more people like involved and watching the stream, maybe I'll put it up to a vote and we'll see what fans think and what people are interested in. Anywho, if you like this stream, this stuff, feel free to put a like on the video description, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell if you want to get updates on when I'm streaming. I don't really have like a good way of doing like social media presence as far as things go and like updating things on that, so it'll be the only way for me to like recognize that I'm actually streaming. So I would definitely say hit the notification bell or do something that like keeps you in the loop of when I do my stuff. Like I said, bank on hopefully 5 or 6 on Wednesday. We'll probably jump back to it and do the whole thing again. And yeah, that's that. Spread the word out, get other people involved, comment, talk about it. Doesn't really matter. I'm always here. And yeah, thank you all again so much for joining. It was a smaller stream this time than last time, and that's okay. But I like getting back into the swing of things. Anyway, excuse me. Thank you, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, nieces, and nephews. You guys have a great rest of the night. And this is Kai Tears, aka Carter-Wright, signing off right now.